Good evening, everyone. This is Debbie. Yes, I'm hosting Cricket Lots class. Actually, I'm opening. Bonnie is hosting. Uh, this is March 12th, 2025, and Bonnie has been with us for many years, and I've gotten to spend quality time with Bonnie and get to know her, and she's been getting to be a wealth of knowledge when it comes to raindrops, especially on animals. Well, she's going to teach us all about them. And was it 6 years you've been with Young Libby now, Bonnie?
Yes, yes.
So I'm so excited for that. So take it away, Bonnie.
All right. So I'm going to basically show you the raindrop. I'm actually going to explain the raindrop, what it is. I can't really do the raindrop, but I'm going to just show you how the oils are used, why a raindrop. So, but anyway, raindrop technique is a type of massage. So we've all had massages. We know what a massage is. So I just want to kind of explain the raindrop is a little different than a full body massage. Our bodies are, it's called piezo electric. So what we have, let me see, it's piezoelectric, which means pressure. That's why pressure will send out an electrical force into the body and kind of spread that around. So that's why massages feel so wonderful, because you're actually igniting, you're calming down all some of the nerve systems. But raindrop is basically on just the spine from the waist, kind of where, you know, for lack of a better term, from where your butt crack is up to the atlas, which is the top base of your skull. So raindrop is based on just that area. But it was formulated. I'm going to read this a little bit about what a raindrop is. It is a sequence of anointing with oils and laying on of hands that bring structural and electrical alignment to the body in a relaxing and invigorating manner through the power of essential oils. So there are different versions of the raindrop technique, but the same oils are usually applied, though not always in the same sequence. Most of the oils are high phenolic content, which wards off potentially damaging viruses and bacteria, but it also cleanses the cellular receptors to enhance inter and intracellular communication and improve overall bodily function. So what it's saying is that the raindrop is like a massage where you're going to kind of calm the nervous system, calm the brain. But when you add oils to it, it becomes powerful. And why on the spine? Because your spine, all of the nerve endings are basically met in the spine. So everything goes up and down your spine, and that's where all your nerve endings are collected. So when you do a raindrop, you're going to take the oils, and if the person's back is here, you're going to drop them about 6 inches from the body. So the body's electrical force field, magnetic field, and the oils, the molecular structure, the oil electrical fields will meet, and the body will pull that down into the body. So it'll pull, all you have to do is hold the bottle, and it basically, sorry, gonna hear my dogs. It will pull down oils into the body, bring them down into the spine. Now the raindrop oils, hey, shh, quiet, please. Shh. So the oils are pulled down and they're put on in a certain sequence. And each time an oil is put on the body and on the spine, it pulls down the other one, brings the other one down farther. Gary saw this, Gary Young, the founder of Young Living, found out about the Lakota Indians would go up to where the Aurora Borealis was. and they would raise their hands to the sky, and they'd feel the energy coming down from this aurora, from the night sky. And they would go back home, they would take it back home into the United States, and they would do like a healing with the energy that they had. Well, when Canada and the United States kind of closed their borders from each other, where you couldn't just go in and out all the time, they mimicked what they got from, and they would see it in their mind. The Lakota Indians would see it in their mind, and they would use this energy that they got from the Aurora Borealis to heal their people. So Gary worked with the Lakota Indians, and he how do you want to say it? He entwined the oils along with it, where it became more powerful. So what with the raindrop, what you want to do, you're going to do Vitaflex. Does everybody know what Vitaflex is? It is actually you're massaging in a certain way. It's kind of like a rotating massage with your hands. You're rotating on the feet. So your feet or your hands are the map of your body. So if you think of the inside of your feet where your big toe is, so from your ankle, the heel, all the way up is like where the spine, all the way up to the big toe is where the spine goes in your body. So they reflect each other. So when you do raindrop, you start with the Vitaflex on the feet. So the big toe is the head. And then you go down all the way down the inside of your foot, which would be your spinal cord, into the bottom, which would be right around where your other organs and things are. And you are preparing the, excuse me, you're preparing the spine to open up and to receive the oils when you go up to the spine to do that. So Gary pulled this experience with the Lakota Indians, and he learned about their healing process, and he helped learn and incorporate the oils to make it more powerful. So like I said, when you touch the body, you're sending a pulse through the nerves, the muscles, all of that. So as you start a raindrop, you're going to start with white angelica. So I'm going to kind of name these oils off. So white angelica is the first oil that you use. I don't know if you can see this or not. So white angelica, you're going to put it on yourself, and you're also going to rub it on your hands and just hold it over the nose of your recipient. Now your recipient is laying for this part on her back. She is undressed, or he undressed from the waist up, because you don't need the rest of it. And they're relaxed, and they're feeling relaxed, and you just let them breathe that in, and that just helps kind of create a positive atmosphere. It helps bring any negativity out of the body and out of it, just kind of protects you from any negativity that you may be feeling or that they may be feeling. So you have them do that, and then that's when you go down and you put on Valor would be the next one. So Valor is for balancing, aligning. This is called chiropractor in a bottle, because it does. It actually aligns the spine. And I have to tell you this too. Gary originally started Raindrop for people with scoliosis, which is the curvature of the spine, because all these oils will go down and you literally, it will lengthen and open up the spine. So with the care process of how I learned Raindrop, you measure people first. And then after the raindrop, you measure them again, barefoot against a wall. And it's amazing, because a lot of people are growing anywhere between a half an inch to an inch, where the spine is opened up. And so they're straightening out their body. They're aligning their body. So Valor is put on to help connect you with your client, or if you're doing Raindrop, it helps connect. It helps give you courage. I like to put Valor on. You put it on their shoulders, and you actually do So if you're standing behind your client or whatever, the person you're doing Raindrop, and I have to tell you, it's fun to do it on friends and family because they're amazed. This is something that they are like, no, this doesn't really work. And they're amazed at how well the oils will go in and how better they feel. But you put your hands on their shoulders. Oh, first thing I should tell you too, as I'm doing this, I'm seeing I'm wearing rings. So you want to take off all of your jewelry and you want to have the client take off their jewelry because any type of metal is going to interfere with this electric pull. So you want to make sure that you're not wearing any metal. But you put your hands on their shoulders. So the right hand is going to be on the right shoulder, left hand on the left shoulder. So you're normally crossing your arms and you hold on. You can kind of put it underneath too, but I usually put it where I'm just touching their shoulders. Don't have your arms touch each other. They're just crossing and they're kind of hanging. And you can feel the energy come down through your body and connect with that person. Sometimes it may take 10, 15 minutes. Other times it could be immediate where you'll feel this hot energy, or you can start feeling their pulse. And then you're going to do the same thing. Take 3 to 4 drops of the Valor, put it in your hands and do the same thing on their feet. So you're going to hold on the bottom of their feet, crossing your arms over, and you can feel that energy, and that relaxes the person too, who you're doing it on. Plus it gives you a feeling of empowerment because the Lord is giving you this power to do this raindrop on these people, which it's amazing. But I mean, I sometimes when I'm up at the shoulders will pray for my customers or pray for my people or pray that this is going to help them, that they'll see a difference. I had a gentleman who had 3 back surgeries and was frustrated that nothing was helping him. He walked into my office, into my where I do my raindrop, and he was hunched over. I mean, he literally looked like he could not straighten up. He had this huge, like Quasimodo kind of, he had that look. And I measured him. He grew 1.5 inches, and he walked out of my room, out of my raindrop. He was upright, standing straight up. And he said, I can't believe it. My back doesn't hurt. He said, and I stretched, and you could see it when he was laying on the table on his stomach as I'm doing the raindrop slowly. His back and everything just lowered and relaxed, and it was amazing. It's amazing to see the transformation with these people. And it's fun because they go in unbelievers. They come out going, that's amazing. I didn't think about oils this way, but that's amazing. So Valor, chiropractor in a bottle, it balances, it straightens up, it aligns the body, and it starts opening up the spine. So the next oil is oregano. I have to tell you, all of these oils are like the herb oils. You're going to smell like a pizza parlor or an Italian restaurant, but it's wonderful because the oils are helping with you giving the massage as well as those who are having it done. So oregano is the first oil that you use, and what it's going to do, and you feather it, so you have to make sure that your fingernails are as low and as short as possible because you don't want to hurt the people as you're doing that. So you're going to do like a back feathering. I don't know if you can see me, but you do a back feathering up the spine and then kind of open up at their shoulders. And there's a technique to do it. One day, you can all come over to my house and I'll show you how to do it. But oregano will go down in and it cleans out the cell receptors. So it's going to awaken up the cells, cells get dirty and mucky from all the electrical energy that they're feeling. And oregano will go in and clean that. So you do oregano first, which is awesome. All right, the next one is thyme. And what you're going to do is every time you put an oil on, you're going to drop it 6 inches from the body. You're going to go from the very bottom of the spine by your butte, and you're going to go up, and I stop normally at the shoulders. So you have maybe 5, 6 drops on, and you just feather them up and feather them up into, so you want to make sure that you don't stop at the shoulders. You want to go up into the back of the neck by the atlas. Make sure you go up that neck, because that you feather up there too, because that's all part of your spine. But thyme is also one that will clean out the body and clean out the receptors of the cells. Okay. The next one you're going to do is basil. So can you see how you're going to smell like, oh, Debbie, did you have a question?
Yes, I've heard that a lot of these oils, like the oregano and thyme, are hot. What happens if all of a sudden they have an issue at the nape of their neck?
Thank you. I'm glad you said that, reminded me. So you want to have V6 oil, because yes, oregano and thyme, the first 2 oils, you want to make sure it's not too hot. And most of the time they get like a red burning, kind of really warm sensation at the back of their neck. That skin is very tender up in there. So they're going to do that. So put a few drops of the V6 on that area and just gently rub it in. Thank you, Debbie, for reminding me. And it will go away almost immediately. They won't have that problem. So great job. Thank you. And then basil. The rest of them aren't hot, like oregano and thyme are. So basil is a gentle oil. You can also talk to people and ask them, while you're doing this, but most of the time it's quiet. If they have questions, some people feel a little intimidated having a massage done, so they feel like they have to talk. Other people, it's like, nope, leave me alone. I want to enjoy this while I can. So basil is another oil. You're going to drop this and you feather it. And then and basil is one that will help relax any muscle tension. And like I said, all these oils are put on in a specific way, and they will bring and push all the other oils before them down into the body. So you're going as deep down as you can with the oils. And I'll show you what they're going to do at the very end that'll really push all those oils. Yes, Debbie.
What happens if I don't have all the oils and I have just like the Valor, the oregano, thyme? What do I do?
You just put those on. That's awesome. You use what you can. You don't have to have all the oils.
But is it very important to have just the Valor, oregano, and thyme and the peppermint?
Valor is good to help align the spine. Oregano and the thyme are going to clean out that. And the peppermint is one that's going to push them into the areas that they need to go to. So yeah, those 4 oils are going to be great. I mean, if you don't have all the oils, don't ever worry. Just put them on. The oils know exactly where they need to go, and they will go. And it's also hard on yourself to do it on your back. And I'll show you a little instrument I have to do that on your back. But if you do it like Debbie was talking about earlier, do it on your feet. It's going to go to those areas too. So go ahead and just massage them into your feet, just along that inside edge of your foot from your heel to your big toe. Make sure you go all the way up and just kind of rub them or massage them in a little bit, and then go on to the next one. But yes, that's a great question. You don't have to have all these oils. So, and I'll show you how you can do a raindrop on yourself without having all of the oils one by one, but doing it by yourself. So, all right, then the next
I have a question.
Yes, Sheila.
If you don't have all the oils, do you just use the ones you have or the substitutes?
No, you can substitute, but I would start with the ones that you have first.
But I think of the ones you listed, so all I have is the peppermint.
Okay, well, that's fine. I mean, and you can, it depends on what you want to, all of these oils are getting rid of toxins in your body. That's basically what we want to do, is get rid of toxins. We're pulling them out of organs where they've been before.
Got it.
you want to, but you can use whatever oils you can. And if you feel like you need like more lavender, you can put some lavender on so you
I have
can,
lavender and peppermint for sure.
yeah, so you can get sleep that way. Yeah,
Okay.
perfect. Yeah. Go
I
ahead,
have
Debbie.
one more question. You
Yeah,
said Valor was like chiropractic in a bottle. Do you know any chiropractors who have used these?
I do not.
I'm just asking because I'm a chiropractor.
I know you are. I know.
Okay.
So, but that's what they say because the Valor is opening up the spine and aligning the spine. So
Right. Okay.
I have heard stories, but I haven't heard any chiropractor myself, but I have heard chiropractors have used it and then they also diffuse in their office prior to the clients coming
Oh.
in. So it puts them in a more relaxed state.
Oh, that's
But I
great to
have
know.
heard them use some of these for raindrops. They're
Awesome.
putting them on, a lot of them are doing just the VitaFlex on the feet, so they're using them on their feet.
Okay.
And they have noticed that they don't do the massaging. Go ahead, Debbie.
So, since you went through care and stuff, which is a really great intensive class, have they recommended certain oils that you are not a must that cannot be switched, or all can be switched? I'm curious.
No, the three first oils, oregano, thyme, and basil, they don't want you to switch. That's the group. They don't want you to switch those. The wintergreen, that's afterwards, the middle two or three, you can either switch out or you can incorporate with another oil too. But yeah, the first three and the peppermint, you actually it's the last, so it'd be like the cypress. They're back and forth on the cypress because it helps with blood flow. So you want to have the cypress in there to help keep things moving and circulation moving. But the wintergreen, I'm going to say the wintergreen and the marjoram are the ones that are most that you can interact, take in or out. So good question. Thank you. Okay. So cypress, like I said. Oh, basil, we were talking about basil first. Basil will help relieve muscle tension. So it works on the muscles to help relieve any tension, any stress that's in your muscles. So basil is great. Like I said, you're going to smell like a pizza. I have customers who will take their bed sheets from their house and they will use them on the table when I do their massage because they want to smell these oils continually for a while. So you can tell your customers to do that too. I need to just kind of go back a little bit and tell you, you need to drink lots of water because like I said, we're releasing toxins. So you want to drink water for days, make it a habit. I'm sorry, just make it a habit. Drink lots of water days before and days after, because when the toxins are moved with this raindrop technique, they need somewhere to land. Well, you want them to land in your digestive system so they are flushed out. So that's what you want. You can also sweat them out, but you want to continually drink water to get all these toxins out of your system. That's the main purpose too of raindrop, is moving the toxins around. So basil is a good one to help with muscle tension and releasing those toxins. So drinking water ahead of time, drinking water afterwards too. And as a facilitator with a raindrop, you want to make sure that the last thing you're giving your client is lots of water to drink too. So cypress, it's grounding and it helps support blood flow. So there's another one that I was talking about. It's amazing. This one, you don't drop. This one, you sprinkle. You want to use a lot of this. So you basically just shake it like a little shaker all over. So they have cypress all over and it smells amazing. So, but you sprinkle it on and then you do the raindrop techniques. And there are other manipulations of muscles that you're doing, but it's not like a deep tissue massage. It's more, it's very gentle. It's feather-like. It's just very relaxing. And like I said, you do manipulate, but you don't manipulate where it's really tense and you can feel it. You'll be able to feel it in your body, but I mean, it's not something that you're going to go out of there going, "Oh, wow, that was a deep tissue massage." It's like, "Oh, this was great." So,
I have a question.
yes, Gail.
Hi. Um, the more I hear of this, it sounds like raindrop therapy is a lot like aromatherapy. Um, I had it quite a number of years ago where I was treated with aromatherapy with oils,
Okay.
obviously. And there were oils that were specifically chosen for me by the therapist. And I had to sniff each one to make sure it agreed with me. And I remember when she got to the time, I went, mm-mm. And she says, no, no, we need this one. So why don't you like it? I said, I don't know, but it reminds me. I said, if it's time, I said, we cook with that. But I don't understand why I don't like that right now. But it
Mhm.
was something my body needed in order
Right.
to heal. And I don't know how many oils she used on me, but it was a great number of oil. And I was in there in extreme pain from my head down to my toes. And I walked out painless. And once I have lupus, so I went in a flare up and I came out straight up a couple hours later, but I came out pretty pain free.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, I know with aromatherapy, you require training. With raindrops, do you require a training?
It would be good to have a training because, like I said, there are different ways that people have given the raindrops before. It's
Mm-hmm.
usually the same oils, but their techniques may be different.
Mm-hmm.
So David Stewart, who has passed away, he and Gary kind of put the oils together and made up Raindrop. And like I said, it was originally for people with scoliosis to help their spine, but they noticed so many more benefits from people saying that this helped them and that helped them. So with aromatherapy, they don't do like a massage technique. They don't have any manipulation of your muscles or your body parts. It's basically putting the oils on and sniffing them. Am I correct?
No,
Okay,
there
tell me
there
what
was
aroma.
from what I had, and she was a spiritualist on top of it. So, um, what I had was the oils were massaged into my body. They were
Oh,
applied to my body. They made an actual vial of the oils and applied it to my back. And then they turned me over, and she had students, so they did my front as well. Um, they were
okay.
massaged in.
Pardon me. They did
They
massage
were
you?
they were massaged in. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, all the way right down my feet.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I say from my head down to my feet, they were massaged in.
I feel you.
It wasn't a serious massage. It was very relaxing.
it sounds like it's kind of a combination of aromatherapy and raindrop.
Yeah, I would say it was very healing. So I would
Right,
say there was some spiritual aspects to it, like a laying on of hands, as you'd call it, or Reiki or whatever.
right.
Um,
Chakras.
I did not know that at that time, but I figured that out after getting to know her. But yeah, it wasn't just a matter of putting the oils on and leaving them and just rubbing them in. It wasn't that simple.
Okay, yeah,
And
because
you had to know which oils to apply because not every oil agreed with every person.
right,
Mm.
right.
Yeah.
With the raindrop, these are specific oils that will, like I said, cleanse the cell receptors. And I mean, there's specific to raindrop itself. So like Debbie had asked, you can replace some of them and you can add to oils that are specific to you
Hmm.
with a
Hmm.
raindrop, but it is basically Vitaflex on just the feet. And then you would do a raindrop from on the back, just on the spine.
Okay.
So it doesn't include like the Reiki and all of the other things. I've never
Yeah.
done aromatherapy, so I have no idea what that entails. But it sounds like
Um,
you had a
yeah.
combination of other
Yeah,
things.
there was
too.
definitely, because I noticed you said laying on of hands, and that was something I was very open to and aware of myself, but wasn't necessarily sharing it at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then now it's something, it's a part of my life now. But I don't usually, well, no, I don't use oils all the time when
Yeah.
it comes to stuff like that. That would have to be a special reason for me to use an oil on a person if I'm doing that.
Okay.
Um, so I was just curious as to how, and then you're saying now it's Lakota, so I know it's indigenous, so that's fine. But it seems like the raindrops are limited to about 6 oils, is it?
It's
The
about
kit?
it's about eight
8? Okay.
8 to 10 oils.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
just going by memory of what I've seen here.
Yeah.
And I have most of the oils because I bought them individually. I didn't buy the kit. I had already
Right.
had them, and then I learned about raindrops. So I'm curious about raindrop and how to use it. But I'm wondering, like I said, I'm kind of leery about using something without training.
Well, and yeah, like I said, I mean, it would be best to have some training so you
Mm-hmm.
know what the massage or the feathering
And the
looks like, and then
techniques.
what other manipulation of the muscles that you're doing. So you're trained and have somebody show you how to do it. Because yes, you're working on the spine, you're working by the spine, you're not really on it, you're dropping oils on it and
Mm-hmm.
feathering
Mm-hmm.
the oils out so they're expanding out on the back. But when
Okay.
you are manipulating the muscles, it's usually not a hard manipulation, but it is on the muscles, kind of it on each side of the spine. So you're not really right next to the spine
Yeah,
or right on
I get
top
it.
of the spine. But yes, you could, and that's why I said with even your fingernails, you could cause some problems just by people could feel your fingernails and get hurt that way. But
Mm-hmm.
yes, I would recommend, you don't have to have a license, but I would recommend training.
Yeah. Okay.
Does that answer your question, Gail?
Yes.
I
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
have a
in
quick
a
question.
roundabout way.
No, I
I have
get
a
it.
quick question. Where would we get the training?
You
Mm.
can, Young Living, you can talk to Young Living. They have some trainings usually at
Okay.
convention. I went specifically to what is called the CARE Institute, which is the Center for Aroma Research and Education. And I did an intensive weekend learning how to do Raindrop, Vitaflex. It's
Okay.
emotional release and a bunch of other things. I mean,
Mhm.
and all the oils of the Bible, and then, yeah, the
That
chemistry
would
of
be
the
cool.
oils themselves. So,
Mm.
but I would recommend some type of training, even if it's just with a group of people. Well, I shouldn't say that either. It would have to be with somebody who knows what they're doing.
I,
So, Debbie, did you have a question? Okay. Does that answer? Anybody else have a question? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. So wintergreen after cypress would be the next. And okay, so oregano, thyme, and basil is like the first group that you would drop oils down, and then you do like a muscle manipulation. You kind of do a massage and you're massaging those oils in to help go down. Then you have cypress and then wintergreen and marjoram, but wintergreen is a natural aspirin because this is acetylsalicate. So just like what aspirin is. So it's a natural aspirin. So it's going to help cool and support your muscles, help with inflammation. I mean, it's a great oil and you smell like candy. So, but wintergreen, it supports your joints and your skeletal structure. So it's good for bones, things like that can be switched out with a birch oil, which is similar to it too. So, let's see, wintergreen, marjoram. So marjoram is one that helps also support muscles. It's relaxing to both the involuntary and the voluntary muscles. So involuntary, of course, would be like your breathing, your diaphragm, your heart muscles, things like that, your digestive tract. So, and then,
Excuse me. Sorry.
yeah,
I have 2 points to make. Marjoram is supposed to be related to oregano on a milder form, a milder oregano. I was wondering, how do these all affect the skin?
what do you mean? How do they affect the skin?
Well, I suffer from rashes.
Uh-huh.
So I'm wondering, and I'm going through a flare up right now. So I'm wondering how, if I were to put wintergreen on, because you were talking about skeletal and muscular and stuff like that, how does it affect the surface of the skin?
Well, cypress or not cypress, oregano and thyme are hotter oils, so they're going to affect the skin where they could be irritating.
Yeah.
And a lot of times what you can do is somebody, maybe like with you, Gail,
hmm
feels like they are worried about how it's going to affect their skin. I would add the V6 oil and put less drops on. And sometimes what you can do is put I don't want to say like a layer, but kind of rub in the V6 oil first and then add the oils, drop
Okay.
the oils after that. So it's not going to hurt the efficacy of the oil. I mean, the oil is still going to work. It's just going to spread out the molecules and have it absorbed a little differently.
Okay.
But I
That
would,
works.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. No problem. So like I said, wintergreen is great. Marjoram will also help support the muscles. And then there is a blend too called Aroma Seas. And Aroma Seas, I only use Aroma Seas when I feel as I'm doing muscle manipulation, if there is like a knot I can feel, or that I feel they're really tense in an area, I'll sprinkle this on, not just necessarily drop it. I'll sprinkle it on in those areas and then massage it in gently. So this is going to help like any knots that are there, tension in the body. You can see it almost relaxing the person. Rub it in and you're going to find that it doesn't always happen immediately, but fairly quickly, their bodies will relax and they won't be as tense. And then peppermint is the last oil that goes on. It pushes the oils down. It's the one that really pushes them all down to where they need to go. So it's like the last oil that you put on to help bring all the oils into place where they need to be. So, and our bodies are, well, they say water and oil don't mix. So after you've done all these oils, you're going to actually bake the customer kind of with a hot towel. If they don't have like something like MS, you don't want to do anything like that with somebody with multiple sclerosis, that you would use more of a cool. Because if you put a hot towel on their back, and what you're going to do is lay a dry towel, then you're going to have this hot towel as hot as they can handle it, roll it right down their spine and cover it up, and then cover the customer up so they have this hot oil on or a hot towel on their back, and it's going to push, because oils and water don't mix, and it'll push those oils right where they belong, and it just kind of is more relaxing and just helps them kind of the oils get into place where they need to be, and they are going to work. So I mean, oils will take anywhere. You might not feel a lot of difference with things right away. You may not see an amazing recharge of your body. Some people they're really tired afterwards. Some people are more energized afterwards. Some people cry through the entire thing because emotions are being released. They have no idea. You as a facilitator of a raindrop, once you start with that very beginning of putting Valor on their bodies and on their shoulders and then on their feet, you never want to stop a touch with them. So you want to constantly remain in contact with them. They could cry the whole time, and I had somebody do that, cried the entire time. You just lay your hands on and let them go, and she kept saying, I don't know, why I'm crying. And it's like, it's okay, just cry, because you're releasing emotions from organs that we have held on for a long time, and it has to come out. So that's why I'm saying continue drinking water, let all of that go out through your system, pee it all out and get rid of those. And a raindrop can be done anywhere between, it's usually 2 weeks that you want the oils to be in there, 10 days, I should say. You want the oils to be in there. So every 2 weeks you can do a raindrop on somebody else. I had a friend of mine who did raindrops on a young lady who every time she had chemo treatment for cancer, she came in and had a raindrop because it helped relax her and get rid of all the toxins of the chemo. Yes, Debbie.
I thought it was every once a week, because after the 8th day, you could start feeling the effects of it going away. At least that's what I assumed. So
I don't know. I haven't heard that, but yeah, I could see doing it because the oils are in your system for at least 7 days working. So I could see
right.
doing it every week where you could do it. Yeah. Some people are a little hesitant because they haven't seen any results, but I mean, you will see results. It's amazing too. But yeah, once a week would be great too. So, but when you do a raindrop, if you decide to do a raindrop, you need to wait 24 to 48 hours, sometimes longer. Don't have 24 to 48 hours, I should say, for like a shower, going in a pool, swimming, or anything like that. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure, because you don't want to wash all those oils off right away. You want them to be able to penetrate.
I just think about laughing because as a cosmetologist myself, I think about that and forget with perms and colors. That's what they tell you too. So just treat it as you're getting a hair done.
But then yes, and you also, in that week period, while the raindrop oils are working, you don't want to go and have acupuncture or or chiropractic treatment. Sorry, Sheila. But you don't want to have all of that done because you want the oils to be working. So you want to have at least 7 days
I'll be in there.
in between.
You can start the these, but I'll be in there. I'm gonna finish
So one of the other blends of oils or massage oils is called ortho-ease, and I love to do this with the ortho-ease because you do something that is called a palm slide on the customer. And all you're doing basically is sliding your palms back and forth with a little pressure from one side of their back to the other, up and down. And it's just like you can see their body just rolling because they're so relaxed. But ortho-ease is it's a massage oil that helps. It has like wintergreen and things in it too to help relax those muscles. But if you can't do a raindrop on yourself, or if you want to try a raindrop on yourself, what you can do is put them all in a roller bottle. Or you can put rollers on all of your bottles that you have of the oils of the raindrop, which would be a better thing to do them individually than in a roller bottle. But if you don't, you can put what oils you have, and I put them in my roller bottle, and I put, actually, I do half of the B6 as a carrier oil, and then half of the ortho-ease as a carrier oil. And you can put it in this cool little thing here. And this will help.
Did you get that from essentialracks.com?
Yes. And you can do a roller a raindrop on your back because it'll help you reach the bottom of your back where you need to get it. So you just roll it on and just let it be. The oils will soak in. But yeah, this is a cool idea. This helps so much with trying to get back there and reach those. That's hard to do. But yeah, so I love this little thing. But so that is basically the reason why we do a raindrop is to help get rid of toxins, but it also helps align our spines and align our body and balance us back out again. So that is basically my class. Any questions whatsoever? You guys did an awesome job of
I
asking
know.
questions.
I know.
Shay,
Oh,
this was all new
thank
for you. Did you get anything out of it? Are you excited to have your husband try this?
Absolutely. I got a lot out of it, and I'm such a visual person. I was wondering if I could see it done like on a mannequin or something, or see you
Well,
do it on another person.
we actually do have some videos, and if you want, send it to either to Cricket or I'll put my number in the chat.
Okay.
And I can send over the link because we've done training videos, and
Awesome.
you
Okay.
and you could do the step by step.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to uh the raindrop on my husband, and he does it on me as well.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
great. You can also go online to on Young Living's website and look for raindrops. They also have a video of how to do it. And I wanted to show you this book. It's called the Statistical Validation of a Raindrop Technique. And it's hundreds of
Okay.
stories of people who have tried the raindrop and done the raindrop and what they've gotten
Mhm.
out of it. I mean, it's amazing for
Okay.
somebody who doubts oils to show them
Mhm.
this is what oils can do for you.
Awesome. Thank you. I enjoyed the presentation. Very
Thank you.
nice. I'm
Yeah.
very
Thank you.
excited.
I have one to share with you all that blew my literally just shocked me the most was I had a cousin, well, a second cousin who came over and got a raindrop from me. And the second cousin was a teenager and she was going through a lot of hormonal stuff. So what the Spirit of Christ did was said, okay, Debbie, you're going to put all the regular oils on, but you're going to intermix some of those that are negotiable, and you're going to put the hormone oils on, female hormone oils. I got to tell you, my direct cousin, she was like, oh my goodness, what did you do to my daughter? And thank you very much. Because for a full week, she was noticing a different change in her. And I thought to myself, hallelujah, because I asked the Spirit and the Spirit told me and I went with it. You can never go wrong. As Gary always said, the intention of the oils and layering them and to be intentional on putting things on because it's going to do something of a blessing. And, and body, you knocked it out of the park, dear.
Well, and I was going to say what Debbie said, Gail, kind of like what you were questioning. Yes, you can specifically add oils. If you do research, you can specifically add oils to help that person out with different problems. I have a young lady, well, a young lady, I'll call her. She's 82, but she's a young lady. She has spinal stenosis. And I'm looking in finding out oils that are going to be good for her with spinal stenosis. I mean, you can research all of that and find out what oils would be best. I mean, even like Debbie was saying, hormonal problems, girls starting out with, their periods and stuff and trying to figure out why their body is acting like this. And specifically, yeah,
So
trying to.
Debbie, sorry, Debbie,
No,
what hormonal oil did you use?
I use Progestins Plus serum and I
That's
also
what I
use
thought.
Dragon
Okay.
Time. Yep.
And you
The
used which
main
one?
and Dragon Time.
Oh,
Those
okay.
are two of the most important ones when it comes to
I don't
hormone
have that one.
balancing.
Dragon's Time. I have the
Okay.
the progesterone one though. Okay.
Yeah.
You can also use like clary sage, Gail.
Yeah.
I
Or
have that.
Ling
Okay.
Ling or geranium, but those two are the
Okay.
ones that knock you out of the park.
Okay.
Yeah,
So those other ones are considered hormonal too? The ones you mentioned, yeah, ylang ylang,
Yep,
geranium.
they
geranium,
also
clary
help with,
sage.
yeah, they
Okay.
all
I have to
help
remember that.
with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We
Seeds of
do lots
thyme.
and in the chat, if you
Oh,
started late,
I got seeds of time.
go ahead.
Well,
I
I
got
was
seeds
just
of
gonna
time. My
say,
last
Love it.
class, I got seeds of time. I downloaded the app. So
right,
I love that app.
and you can go
Yes.
there and look for hormonal oils too, Gail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
I was gonna say between that and there are people that actually have the Zyto compass or the Itovi, and if those people are you're working with them, your people can get scanned, and then it will bring up oils that they need at that time, and you can interlace those as well. Just there's a lot of suggestions and ways to do this.
Mhm.
Oh, and I think Gail, you were the one who asked about the just slipped my mind. Oh, the aromatherapy and stuff.
Mhm.
As a massage therapist, I have found that when I started using the oils on new clients, I would actually use what I felt they needed at that time. I did a
Yeah.
regular massage and then I just added the drops of oils at different times. So that was like having an aromatherapy. I don't know specifically though, for care people, I know you can charge if you're care certified, but as a massage therapist, I know that there's ways where licensed people can charge, but if you're doing it on family and friends, then you just donation or whatever, if you so choose.
Mhm.
Is that correct, Bonnie?
Right, yeah. If you are not certified, you basically can't do a raindrop except for family and friends. You can't charge. You really shouldn't be able or shouldn't do it. You want them to sign some type of release saying they know what they've been explained to how this works and then have them sign it. But otherwise, yeah, you could get in trouble if you're not certified
Yep.
from doing it on
So just
somebody
play
that,
around with it on your family and friends and have a
yeah.
hoo-ha.
And then get to know their friends and then they can be your friends and you can do it on them.
Mhm.
So,
You want to still be recording.
Do you want me to be recording still or not? When
not if,
asking these questions?
I don't want to be, yeah. Let's
Okay,
stop the
I can stop
recording.
it.
Thank you, Barb.
Welcome.
Well, I wasn't